Hi Cancer, I hope you're well and you had a great Christmas and New Year, great holiday period. Right, January 2016. First of all, this is just a general reading for all Cancerians. Please check out your rising sign, your moon sign, and if you'd like a personal reading, just click up on the link in the corner. That'll take you through to the website, and there's loads of different prices on there. Get yourself booked in, especially if you want a 2016 full year reading for yourselves. Right, let's get started with the reading then. I'm just going to move this card out of the way for a moment, and I'll turn each card round as we go through them. So we're starting off with the Seven of Coins, most likely how you're feeling at the moment or were last week. It's the 4th that I'm recording this today, so I'm slightly late getting them out, but it's just been you know how it is, it's been very, very busy over this period. So, Seven of Coins, there's been a lot of hard work gone in. You've done a lot of hard work. Doesn't matter whether you were at work or off work or anything else, you seem to have done quite a lot of hard work over the Christmas period, and also now you are doing some hard work. There's a lot of things going on for you. There is change, there are changes coming in for you, important decisions to be made for a lot of you, and you need clear communication in order to do that, in order to make the decisions that you need to do. But you need to have patience as well to make these decisions. I feel like you're going to be in communication with one other person to make certain decisions about the future for some of you, and you need to be patient about doing that. Anything that needs to be signed or any contracts or anything else, I would really put off until the 25th of January, because we are now in Mercury retrograde. Financially, things are going to come in for you. Things will come in for you. You could get a small windfall, you could get a small scratch card lottery win, something like that, and it's work well done. It's a little reward for work well done. And also for quite a few of you, those of you who've put in so much hard work lately, you're going to start to be able to see the rewards of that. But there is a decision, I feel, for quite a few of you to make. Now, we've got the Death card crossing this, so we've got a bit of a challenge on our hands, Cancers, for January. There is some major changes going on. Your challenge is probably not to resist the changes. The more you try and resist change, the worse it becomes, the worse it is. So it's more about going with the flow, or trying to go with the flow, while some of these major changes may come into your life in January. There's going to be new situations, maybe as a possibility of the decision that you've got to make at the beginning of the month, but it's also internal changes as well. There is changes within how you think, how you look at things, how you feel about things, which also may be the reason for some of the changes happening around the beginning of January. There's going to be endings. Now, it could be endings of jobs, endings of relationships. It could be internal, as I said. It could be endings of old feelings, things like that. But there is definite endings going on. For some of you, unfortunately, it will mean separation from a partner or from a job. I am saying more a partner than anything else, because we've got the Seven of Coins underneath. So there is money coming in, or there will be money coming in, and you'll be quite successful because of hard work you've put into something at the beginning of the month. That's coming in January. This is just complete change, but I think looking at the other cards around it, I would actually put it down to a relationship. It could be a job related thing, but I'm putting it down to relationship, because just in the past we've got the Eight of Swords. So a lot of you have felt trapped in a certain situation. You haven't been sure which way to turn, which way to go, and there has been conflict going on. So whether that has been arguments, or you've been hurt and there's been indecision at that point, you didn't know what to do coming up to the end of December, but now you're in a position where you are going to start making decisions You've come to a crossroads. It does indicate, again, new beginnings. So again, things might have come to an end at the end of December. It might not be, for some of you it'll be the end of December. For some of you it will be somewhere around the first half of January that these profound changes come in for you. You've got to get over your fear of this. The changes that come in, go with the flow as much as you can, and don't fear any changes, because a lot of the changes, they may be blessings in disguise. Some of them might not look all that great at the moment, but they will turn out to be positive for you and for your highest good. For others of you that are going through change, maybe you know it's coming, maybe you understand and you're going with it, and it's going to be a lot easier for you to get through. It could be as well that you were involved with a Capricorn coming up to the end of December. This may have been part of the decisions that you're making. It could involve a Capricorn, because the Eight of Swords stands for Capricorn. So, but it's not all bad. I feel for some of you, some of these, I've said some of these changes that are coming in are for the positive. Even though some of you may not think it's for the positive, it will turn out for the positive. Towards the end of December as well, a lot of you had a problem expressing your true feelings, a problem speaking your truth. Whatever you were trapped in, or whatever you feel that you're trapped in, is just an illusion. And maybe because you felt you couldn't speak your truth, or felt you couldn't express your feelings in the way that you wanted to, that has made you feel trapped in a situation. But you can shake those bonds loose. You can escape from whatever it is you're feeling trapped in. It's your mind saying that you're trapped, but you're not. You have got the choice. Everybody's got a choice to move out of something bad, or move away from something negative, if that's happening to you in one way or another, whether it be relationship or job. I tend to think it's more relationship with these cards, but you can move forward from it, and it's about having the courage and the stamina and that inner knowing, going with your gut instinct, and knowing that by moving forward and making certain decisions at the beginning of January, you are doing the right thing. There's a lot of thinking going on. You've got the Four of Cups here as you're deciding what to do, as you're trying to think about things, as you're making decisions. A lot of deep thinking. You're feeling discontent. A lot of you have been feeling discontent with the way things are currently in your lives at the moment, and you're wanting to make a change. You might feel that you can't make a change, but this may be where the Death card comes in. If you don't make changes, if you don't make decisions when they need to be made, the universe usually steps in and makes the decisions for you, and it's far easier for you to decide than if the universe decides. So when the Death card comes in, the challenge is, you need to go with it. You need to go with it and not resist it, because the more you resist it, the worse it could be. Excuse me, I'm going to lose my voice. Excuse me. There is better on the way. You're going to have to put some work in yourself. You're going to have to put some effort in to something, but it's well worth your while, you doing that, because that's going to work out for the best for you. I feel some of you have somehow been betrayed. Somehow we've got the Ten of Swords in your subconscious. So for some of you, this is a relationship. This is something that you're making a decision on now, and you feel like you've been stabbed in the back. You really feel like there may have been some cheating going on. There may have been some sort of dishonesty. It doesn't necessarily mean cheating, but some sort of dishonesty where you felt betrayed. You felt stabbed in the back, and you felt trapped in that situation. And I'm just going to have a sip of my tea. Right. That's because I've done so many readings today. You felt stabbed in the back. You felt cheated on in one way or another. You felt somebody wasn't being honest with you. and you felt you've been thinking about it and making decisions on it and contemplating what your next moves are. Now things are going to get successful. Your ship is going to come in, your harvest is going to come in, because we've got that 7 of coins, and things are going to come in, but things seem to be just in a bit of suspended animation at the moment. But things will come in. In fact, when things do start to come in for you, once the decision has been made and once this death card has happened or is happening to you, things are going to move quite quickly from that moment on. We've got the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is very clear thinking, but it's news coming in as well. It's a knight, so it could be somebody younger than you that brings this news to you. It could be in the form of a text message, an email, letter, telephone call, however which way it works out for you. There is some sort of news coming through for you, which is going to lead you to a better place. It is going to be for the better. So I'm just listening to see what you've got to be really alert. You've got to be really alert in order to see through what's going on, to get the answers that you're looking for. There's a new phase about to begin, and you're going to be very logical about it. You're going to be very clear thinking about it, and it is in a positive way. Whatever comes in, if there is any offers or proposals that come into you in January, they need to be considered very, very carefully before a final decision is made. It may be something to do with the decision that you're making here, that's coming in. You've got to be very perceptive about this. And I still feel this is somehow relationship wise somehow. Be honest and open as much as you can about the situation. If you try and hide anything from anybody else, there will be a sense of mistrust towards you then, because they don't know what's going on. For some of you, you're actually going to be moving away from that for a minute. If you're not in that situation, some of you are actually going to be learning in the near future. It's going to be a really good time for you to learn new knowledge, do research. Some of you might have some examinations of some sort. Some of this could be a test, an examination from the universe, a test from the universe to see how you cope, to see how much you actually trust in the universe and your guides and your angels as you move forward. But whatever you learn now, if you're learning, maybe you're physically going out and learning and studying and researching something, or you're going to learn something from this situation that has happened recently and the decision that you've made, that's going to be put to good use in the future. That's going to do well for you. It's going to bode well for you. Somebody could be keeping a secret from you, and for some of you, you're going to find out what that secret is. Because for some of you, there is a deceitful person or a deceitful situation around you. Maybe the one that you might have felt trapped in. But you will see the truth of that. The truth will come out with that eventually. And I feel it will come through during January, and we are in Mercury retrograde as well. So if anybody has been deceitful or anything like that, when Mercury retrograde comes round, it comes back. Untruths can come to the surface quite easily in that situation, in that astrological aspect. But there are beneficial changes on the way. If you can just get through the beginning of January, Go with the flow, go with the changes, go with what is ever happening. Don't feel a lack of, because the changes are for the better, they're beneficial for you, and a happier cycle's going to begin as well. You only need to look at these cards here to know that things are going to get better for you as the month goes on, and things are going to get happier for you. Got the Six of Wands here. Six of Wands is success. Six of Wands saying you will come out on top and there will be a victory for you. Whatever this situation is here, around here, that is going to, you're going to come out on top of that. It's a height of achievement. It's, some of you could actually get some sort of public acclaim for something. Very successful. Are they name in the newspaper, or sort of recognition on a community basis? But there's some sort of accolade or reward may come to some of you for something that you've done. You're being recognised for something, and you're being really appreciated for it as well. That's quite specific to just a few of you, but that's coming through. But there is success coming through for most of you once you've got through the first part of January and you've moved forward with it. And it's very much a change of attitude within you as well. That has a lot to do with it, because you have changed your attitude, your feelings inside, how you view a situation. I think it's enabled you to become untrapped by an illusion. You thought you were trapped in a situation you were trapped in, and it's enabled you to move forward. And you will move forward with it. You are very strong. You have a lot of inner strength, and once you realize that, you're just going to be like snapping the illusionary bonds that have been tying you, and you're going to be moving forward from that. And there's a lot of ability for you to adapt to new situations, which will be more successful for you. And whatever difficulty is going on at the beginning of the month, you will get through that. Just try not to resist whatever the changes are that are happening around you. I think a lot of the changes that will be happening around you are something that you have made a decision on, and you've decided that things have to change, that things have to move forward for your own sake and for those around you as well. And it's quite strange, because people around you, or family and friends, co-workers, others around you, seem to be playing the hermit at the moment. So maybe they're not saying all that much. Maybe somebody around you is being quite quiet. They're being quite introspective. There's definitely sort of a calmer atmosphere around friends and family, but it's almost, with everything else that's going on here, it seems like an unnatural quiet. So it's as if somebody knows what has been going on at the beginning of the month. Somebody knows about the backstabbing or the deceit, and either the person who has been deceitful is being very, very quiet about it and trying not to let the cat out of the bag, trying not to admit to anything, or it's family and friends around somebody else who knows what somebody else did and is doesn't want to get involved and is being very quiet about it. Probably through fear of they don't want to get stuck in the middle of it, or they don't want to be the bearer of bad tidings, that sort of thing. But they're wanting to be solitary at the moment. But you will come out on top, and you will get success, and that truth will come out. So even if somebody is trying to hide something, as I say, with Mercury retrograde, they've got no chance. Two of Wands here is Again, it's about making decisions, and if you're worried about making the right decision, don't be, because the decision you make will be the right one. It will be the right one for you. There's great success for you in the future, so don't worry about the decisions that you have to make. Go with your gut instinct and go with what you think is the best thing for you, and that will be the right decision, and that will put you on the right road to success and a lot more happiness going on. You need to take some preparation. No, actually, sorry, I'll take that back. You've already made some sort of preparation during January, and you've got a lot of strength and you've got a lot of energy, and you know that the goals can be attained that you want to attain, that you want to get. It's the right time for reassessment, replanning, redoing. And there's a focus on relationship with others as well. So again, I definitely think this is some sort of relationship issue. Now, it could be, you know, a love relationship, or it could be a work relationship that's going on. You actually feel like you need some solitude at the moment, and you need a break. But you've got to keep going forward with the momentum, go with the changes, because whatever feels stuck at the moment, and especially if you've not made a decision, as soon as that decision is made, things will start to move very quickly for you, but they will move forward in a successful way. It just might take the death card, it might take some upheaval to actually get there. But that's where your inner strength comes in, to know that on the other side of that is success and happiness, to know that that leads you to a better situation. You have to break a few eggs in order to make an omelette. Wherever you felt fear before, you won't feel that for long. Your strength will take over, your inner strength will take over. You need to be independent. You need to be a lot more independent than you have been. Don't allow yourself to get drawn into anything against your will, any arguments, any discord, any something that you don't agree with. Don't allow yourself to get drawn into that. You need to show your strength, and it's very important that you show your strength this month, especially around the first couple of weeks of January. If you don't show your strength at this point, you might regret it, and the universe may then come in and say, right, well, you've not made the decision, I will make the decision for you, which will be it's always easier to make the decision yourself, because you know what's coming then, and you know, rather than it just coming out of the blue and happening. But show your strength this month. You will look at things from a different perspective. There's a lot of changes going on within you. And business and finances this month look absolutely fine for you. There might be a bit of negotiation if you have got a raise, or you've got a new job or something like that. There might be a bit of negotiation going on, but the outcome is good, and the outcome is for you on your side. And maybe that could go for court cases or anything like that as well. But as I say, if you can avoid signing any contracts or signing anything until at least the 25th, that'd be really good. If it's something that's already been started and the ball is already rolling, then go ahead and sign it. That's good. Your outcome card is the Ace of Coins. So by the end of January, there is a lot of stability there. There is a lot of satisfaction. There's a lot of fulfillment. Things are good by the end of the month. I would say probably by the second week onwards. Once you've got this bit, once this has happened and once this has been sorted out for some of you, it's pretty much plain sailing and success and good things starting to come to you from there. There's a lot of cooperation towards the end of the month. Again, the new beginnings of, or promise of, new creations, money coming in, that sort of thing. You've shown a lot of common sense in what needed to be done in January. You shifted your focus to where it needed to be, and you sorted out what you needed to sort out, and it's come about, and it's come about in a good way. There's new opportunities coming through, there's new gifts coming through for you, and this potential, every situation that you come up against or look at in January, there is potential not only for spiritual growth for yourself, but in some cases for financial growth as well. So take advantage of whatever comes your way, because you've got the chance of making some real important, fantastic changes within January. Okay, right, Cancer, that was a pretty in-depth reading for you this month. I need a cuppa. Apologies for me losing my voice. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, share and subscribe. I love you loads. Namaste, and I will speak to you soon. Bye.